Hey guys, this is Owen the Fictionboy here. Given how this is my most popular video, you might know me for the crap post about my reaction to the rating for Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. And very soon, the new Scott Pilgrim game that's coming, Scott Pilgrim, is it EX since the two letters are capitalized? Or is it X because it's referring to the evil X's? Or not so evil X's, seeing how they are playable characters in this game. Anyway, there's a big problem with this game, hence why instead of making a crap post where I try to express my feelings about the situation in a comedic way, I should make this a PSA type of video, because I am very, and I insist, very serious about this. So I shall be starting off by going to how I first knew about Scott Pilgrim, the movie from 2010. When the movie came out, it was rated PG-13, meaning teenagers, people who are at least 13 years old, would be the minimum age demographic that could see this movie. And like lots of movies back then, it would receive a movie tie-in game, which was rated T, where, again, you must be a teenager and nothing less to play the game. After having witnessed the movie and the game, I was looking forward to the anime series, Takes Off, yet as you know, it was rated TVMA, indicating that it's only for adults, and that rating is a line I swore that I would never cross, regardless of my age. In my crap post about how baffled I was that teens, and teens at heart like me, were evil X'd from watching the anime, I got a fair share of comments telling me that the source material, the graphic novels, were as adulty as the anime, and one person even told me that the movie was toned down so it could reach out to a younger demographic. Yet after looking for the books online, the recommended age group is 13 and up, so not knowing who to believe, I think I'd be better off not reading the books, because as the old saying goes, it's better to be safe than sorry. However, it has been stated that the new Scott Pilgrim game takes place after the events of the anime series, so it's a sequel, even if it's not quite the official kind of sequel. One would think this new game would be rated M as it's the game equivalent to a TVMA rating, or at least T if it's not nearly as intense as the anime. But here lies the big problem, because believe it or not, Tribute has given their game the E10 Plus rating. So you're telling me, despite all the material in this game, seemingly being more stacked on material than the original Scott Pilgrim game, you think 10-year-olds will be okay with playing this game? I'm sorry, I do not believe you. Not one single bit. How could a modern game be suitable for kids, albeit big kids, but kids nonetheless, whereas the movie and original game were made for teenagers, the books are up to debate if teens can read them, and the anime is for adults only, especially when this supposed kids game is a sequel to the adult anime. It's that reason why I will not be playing this game, and I definitely suggest that all the other kids and teens who are too young for the anime not to play this game without the context from the anime. So you're all probably better off waiting until you reach 17 or 18 or older, depending on what your parents' definition of adult is. It's one thing to keep teens out from exploring the IP, because at least they'll grow up in time to experience the adult content when they're older. But to get kids invested in said IP it's not safe at all. This isn't like Shadow 05 where Sega felt the need to edit the game to give it an E10 Plus rating to keep Sonic as kid-friendly as possible, or even Crash 4 where it was rated E10 Plus despite the number of adult jokes sprinkled in so Crash 2 would still be alright for kids to play. This is the equivalent of Disney making a preschool Alien book where Alien was never meant for kids. Scott Pilgrim was made for grown-ups and should never be exposed to children under any circumstances. And you know what? There is a simple solution to this problem, but I don't know if anyone involved with this game will be watching my video, yet I feel the need to say it. All they have to do is double check, no, triple check the game and reconsider what the ESRB rating should be, which better be a T minimum. If two Shantae games in particular, Pirate's Curse and Seven Sirens, as well as A Hat in Time, can start with an E10 plus rating but get bumped to a T throughout time later, the same should apply to the new Scott Pilgrim game. Alas, Limited Run, the company behind the physical copies of the game, seems to have gone through with the E10 plus rating, so those who pre-ordered the game physically will forever look at it as a kid's game, even if Tribute decided to update the rating later this year. And even after everything I just explained, you still think I'm going crazy about nothing when I guarantee you from the bottom of my heart that I'm making a very valid argument so I can protect the children all around the world? I have 3 questions for you. What have you been drinking? Are you sure you don't need your vision checked? And how on earth is it not a problem for kids to get into Scott Pilgrim?
You can skip the first 2 questions if you like.
So for all the parents and guardians out there who are currently watching this video, please listen to reason and don't buy the new Scott Pilgrim game for your kids when there are lots of other games you could get for them. Do not let the rating fool you, and be sure you know everything about the source material before you spend your money on something that wasn't made for the person you're giving it to. I hope you will find it in your heart that you will do the right thing. Thank you.